Yo, what is up, guys? It is Phantom here today, and I'm joined here with the only member of the podcast that was available at this time. Introduce yourself, please.
Cordelia Glasgow, aka Hoovy and Harley Quinn. I have no idea where everybody else went.
I think they all we're all gonna just hide in this bomb shelter. But
Okay,
yeah.
if you're gonna hide in a bomb shelter, at least make the bomb shelter have Wi-Fi.
Exactly. Because that nigga Wynn ain't answering shit. And this nigga drops in and calls. You guys know what to do. I want you to shame him in the comments. Shame him. But yeah, welcome to the Phantomzone podcast with only 2 people. But that's cool. Yay. Could have been worse.
That sounds fantastic.
But yeah, before we actually get into the news, I promised a fan I would do this where I basically looked up all the free games for Xbox One and for Xbox One and PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. So for PlayStation Plus members, we have a virus named Tom for the PS Vita, Dead Star for the PS4, I'm Alive for PS3, Savage Moon for PS3, Shut See Me, I'm not even gonna attempt that, PS Vita, Zombie PS4, and for Xbox Gold members, we have The Wolf Among Us, Xbox One, Sunset Overdrive, Xbox One, Dead Space, Xbox 360, Saints Row 4, Xbox 360. Now, these games are free for the month if you're a subscriber to any of those any of those systems or whatever. So, yeah. And now it's time to get into the news, right, Jordan?
Yep.
Well, first piece of news, I guess every Spider-Man, from 2000's cast member is going to DC because we got William Dafoe is going to be in the Justice League movie. He has been cast, but we don't know his role yet. All they said is that he's going to be playing a good guy. I mean, he's going pretty far away from the Green Goblin status.
Yeah, no kidding. I can't even imagine who he would be.
I hope he's like Commissioner Gordon's assistant. That way, Commissioner Gordon looks like J.K. Simmons and him are just gonna be having a conversation. And they're like, "Hey, remember that we were looking for that one spider? Wrong universe. Like this, see that conversation going."
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, who could he play?
Yeah, I'm going through every character that could potentially be in this Justice League movie, and I'm like, who the heck would he, because he's obviously won't be playing a superhero. That's, like, not at all what his acting type could be. So what would he be playing?
It'd be fun if they just made him a hot dog mentor. He was just that guy. He was like, oh, him Justice League. They remind me of that one kid who stabbed me with a glider. I believe his name was
And a good guy on top of it.
Wait, what?
And a good guy on top of it? Not a bad guy?
Yeah. I thought he said that the role was a good guy role. Maybe like a military person?
Yeah, actually that makes sense. He's kind of got the look for it.
And the military has never really trusted the superheroes. Like, you read Justice League Origins, you know that they kind of had like a little limited trust of them in the first place. And I can see him playing someone who's like, I don't trust these old cops and wearing son of bitches.
Yeah, I can actually, I can totally see that, yeah.
But, there's not really much to say on this because we don't know very much information. Now, next piece of news for today. Robert Downey Jr. is cast for Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah, I saw that.
To be honest, was there really any doubt?
No, there wasn't a single doubt. I'm like, they're gonna get Iron Spider eventually.
And if they have to do it through Iron Man, I'm cool with that. And the bad thing is, we've already had rumors that they said they wanted to put in other MCU characters into Spider-Man Homecoming in general.
Yeah.
The bad thing is, I was like, it would have been kind of a cop out if it was like, it's either going to be Chris Evans or it's going to be Robert Downey Jr. Those are the only 2 I could see, like, being in the Spider-Man movie, and it makes sense.
Yeah. My only concern is make sure it's still a Spider-Man movie. It's like, still, their focus still must be Spider-Man.
They can't like, I don't want them to go out there with it. Like, I don't want them to be like, well, I want Iron Man like how do I put this? I don't want how Iron Man was with Black Widow and Captain America Civil War. I don't want him to Black Widow of that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you go back and you look at Civil War, I'm not Civil War, I'm fucking dumb, I haven't seen Civil War yet. If you go back and you look at Winter Soldier, Black Widow was a pretty prominent character in there, to where it didn't feel like as much as a Captain America movie.
Yeah.
To be honest.
And Captain America Winter Soldier movie on top of it.
To be honest, it doesn't, to be honest, not even Civil War, from what I'm seeing, feels like a Captain America movie.
Yeah, it feels just like I mean, honestly, it is technically supposed to be Captain America versus, but it doesn't. It feels just like the Avengers have parted. That's what it feels like.
It feels like Avengers 1 point, like, it's, even someone said it was Avengers 2.5. I forgot who said that shit, but it was someone who said that. Do you agree with me, Harvey?
I completely agree with you.
Like, but yeah, my other concern is with this movie, because they said it's centered in a flashback. Please do not be like, don't make this whole movie full of flashbacks, okay? This is not Naruto, where you could just put a bunch of flashbacks and call that an episode. Don't do that shit to us, please. But honestly, do you think we're gonna see the Iron Man suit, though?
Honestly, I don't think we'll see it all that much. I think we might see it once or twice, maybe, and that's only in, like, a fighting scene or something. But honestly, I think Iron Man will be Tony Stark in this movie.
To be honest, I would not be disappointed if we only saw it one time. I feel like that's good enough for me. Honestly, I didn't want to see the whole suit. Wait, what?
I said, honestly, I'd want to only see it, like, once. Because I really want more I want more Tony Stark and maybe a little bit less Iron Man, because we've had a lot of Iron Man recently.
Yeah, I fully agree with you. Next piece of news, X-23 is rumored for the Wolverine 3 movie. X-23 is basically, you know who she is, right?
Oh, of course I know who X-23 is.
Okay. But yeah.
I'm sorry. I really like that character.
Yeah, basically the female version of Wolverine is rumored for Wolverine 3. I just have one question. How do you think they're going to do it? How do you think that? I want to hear your full thoughts on this.
Okay. I feel like maybe since Hugh Jackman is only going to be in a few more X-Men Wolverine-ish movies, that might be who's replacing him. And they're trying to lead up because, of course, he's just like, I'm leaving, and they Wolverine is like their main character of all of their stuff, and that's like what's keeping them standing. So they've got to replace him somehow, and I feel like that's how they went.
To be honest, X-23 actually would be the perfect replacement, because in the comic books, X-23 is already the replacement in all different Wolverine.
Yeah.
And it would make sense, and the best way to do it, like to hype her up, and like to make her a pretty prominent character, to use her in the movies. And the thing is, she has a pretty high following. Then again, I didn't know who she was until I played Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and I just saw a random girl with Wolverine's claws, and then I went back, had to look at X-Men Evolution, then had to go back and read over the story. Now, it was just a long process for me to get into that character.
Yeah.
Like, but do you think she even had enough popularity to even, like, because this is still a rumor, do you think she has enough popularity to even get into the movie?
Honestly, the feedback I've been seeing, I definitely do think that's a good choice, and she has enough to get into the movie, and I feel like she will definitely, eventually, when they introduce her character, she'll have enough popularity in the mainstream audiences as well to actually be in a series of movies like Wolverine has.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you, give me 4 female actresses that you could see playing her.
The actress that played Elektra. I don't remember what her name is. Yeah. The actress that played Elektra in the original Daredevil movie, not the one that was in the TV show.
I don't know about that. She's a little old. Yeah,
Is she?
remember,
I don't know. I haven't seen her in forever. I've only seen... I haven't seen her in a long time. Only in the Daredevil.
She's doing, like, airport commercials now.
Like, oh, yeah, isn't she?
Yeah.
Well, it's not an airport commercial. It's that credit card commercial thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Slap on some makeup and she should be fine.
Like, she can't play a teenager still.
Yeah,
no, that's what... Ooh. And if you're going with older, Mila Kunis could do it.
Yeah?
The bad thing is, like, you gotta remember, X-23 is extremely skinny, and Mila Kunis is skinny, and that's kind of big, but that's my first one. What's your second one?
My second one, if it wasn't for the fact that she's playing Psylocke, that's who I'd pick.
I actually could see Olivia Munn doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going with all out there actors, because that's what seems like what Marvel's been doing lately. And I have to go to Disney again. I really don't want to say this, because I know we're going to get hate for this. But I don't know, Selena Gomez could probably do it if her acting skills weren't completely garbage.
Yeah, I feel like if she actually... I don't know if she speaks English or not, but I've seen her in a few things.
Selena Gomez speaks perfect English.
No, not Selena Gomez, a different one that I'm trying to remember the, what is it? It's like, how do you, like, Teo Okamono or something like that? She's Asian.
Oh.
Oh.
Probably
Google it.
I can see it. I mean, who else could there be?
Teo Okamoto, I believe is how it's pronounced. That's who I'm talking about.
See,
I don't know if she's or not.
See, what makes X-23 such a hard character to cast for is that, like, even in the comics, we don't know how old she specifically is. Because, like, at times she works with teens.
And she got...
Say what?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, say what you were going to say. I was, waiting for it.
And she's got the essentially the same exact powers as Wolverine's had, so she's even supposed to look the exact age for, like, an enormous amount of time. So it's going to be even harder, because you can't really, the actress has to be able to age really well.
And the thing is, like, she doesn't, like, you gotta find 4 things. They have to start off young, because X-23 did start off young. And the bad thing is, like, why we can't pinpoint how old she is, because I honestly think she's around 16, 17, 18. And right now in the comics, I think she's probably in her early 20s. So we gotta find someone like that looks that young, that doesn't age for I don't know how long Fox is gonna kick up the movie trilogy. Because you have a female Wolverine, and they gotta find someone who can kind of gives you that fear that you're scared of this person, even though like they'll look hot in one moment, then scary the next. You have to remember that, because there are moments in the X-23 comic books where she looks fucking horrifying.
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that I really think Kristen Stewart is a crappy actress, then I feel like she would work, because the way she looks, but she's just a really crappy actress, to be honest.
She's like a boredom void. It's like doing like...
Yeah, she's like, I am smiling. Wait, no, I'm frowning.
I am super happy about the current situation of this situation that I'm in. That's basically, I don't know. I just hope they cast her well, if this rumor is true. We gotta still remember, it is a rumor. We don't know very much on this rumor. Besides that, they may cast her.
Yeah.
The bad thing is, they could easily do it, because, like, they could say that during the clone, like, because, as you know, they reset the universe. And Days of Future Past, they can just say that they have multiple clones of Wolverine on standby, and only she was the one who survived. But that's how it was in the comic book. But that she was out of multiple clones. They wanted one person decided the only way to make the DNA completely match up with the change the chromosomes and do all that scientific shit, and that's why she's a girl and all that crap.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they can easily do it. Shall we get into the next piece of news? Wait, keep going.
I just kind of wanted to touch back on the actress thing. You could always do an actress from the TV show Dollhouse, because that was an amazing TV show, and they've got plenty of actresses in that show that would totally fit.
I haven't seen Dollhouse. Maybe, I don't know.
Dollhouse is amazing. You must watch it.
Okay. So, next piece of news. Joker will take an entirely new direction for Suicide Squad. What are your thoughts on this?
I'm not actually surprised, considering it simply looked like they were doing a completely different thing than all the other ones, like Heath Ledger and the ones in the original Batmans and everything like that. And even who's the guy that's playing the Joker again this year? I'm awful with celebrity names.
Jared Leto?
Yeah. He even, like, I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but I did hear that he went and actually, like, visited mental patients to go and prepare for his character. So I feel like he might have a very different, not necessarily a different personality per se, but a different tone in which they, a different tone in which he hands to the audience.
The thing is, when they first made the character, we saw him with the tattoos and all that. I was like, of course I was one of those fans who outraged. I was like, what the fuck is this? Then I was like, have to look at this from another angle. If they can get my boy right, if they can get him to act like the Joker, that's all I want. You can look like a fucking piece of shit, and if you have that acting skill and I look at you in the movie, I'm like, you may not look like him, but you damn well act like him. I'm fully happy with that.
Yeah,
that's all I really want out of the Joker.
But honestly, I'm really hoping that Suicide Squad will essentially save the DC cinematic universe, because, I mean, the DC movies universe.
Yeah.
Because it's gone downhill since Batman vs. Superman, and since, honestly, I don't think any of their cinematic movies have been good.
Yeah, we'll get into that, because there actually are another piece of news that probably close to the end is going to kind of relate to that. But, I really do hope Suicide is good. It's looking good. It looks visually good from what I can see in the trailers. Have you seen the new Blitz trailer?
I have. It was very good. I'm still very disappointed that Harley Quinn does not have her voice, but I can live with it.
They can just dub over the actress. That takes away from it.
Yeah.
But overall, it's a pretty good. I have faith in this movie. It may not, even if it doesn't save it. So this tells me that this might be something I might like myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shall we get into the last two pieces of news?
Yep. Let's do that.
First news before we get to the last one is Michael Keaton dropped out of Spider-Man Homecoming. Frankly, I don't think this is really going to affect the movie in any type of way.
Nope.
To be honest, we didn't even know they said they didn't even know which villain he was going to play.
Yeah. I just don't think it really honestly matters, because we didn't get anything really casted for him, so.
It's to be honest, it was reported, I don't know, man, I kind of knew, that casting was too out there for a villain. I was like, Michael Keaton, maybe Vulture, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
And, I just wasn't enthusiastic about it.
Play too.
Wait, what? What did you say, Jordan?
My initial, when they first, announced, I said when they first announced that he was going to be in it, I'm like, who? I just imagine, who is he supposed to be playing? Because I didn't feel like he would fit any characters that would be in that movie. In the first place.
I don't know, they could have made him a minor character, like how Shocker is in the comics in general. Then again, we haven't seen Shocker in over, 13 years. Okay, never mind. That's going too far. I need 2 years. And nobody cares about him after what happened with Electro. They probably would have made Shocker probably would have made Shocker a mental patient. But that's the last piece of news. But actually, I have something I want to talk to you about, Judea. Judea.
Yes.
Okay. Believe it or not,
Yes, I'm here.
I'm being so silent, dude. We're recording. But this is some shit that happened within the week. So you know the famous person Grace Randolph. Well, I wouldn't say famous because no one really watches her as much, but you know Grace Randolph, right?
Yes, I do.
This woman said
she's the lady that...
Wait, let me just explain the drama. Basically, after she loved Batman vs Superman, unlike most of us who, heck, my score was fucking Mercy. I gave that movie Mercy. But
I gave it a 4.6.
I gave it a 7 out of 10, and that just pains me to hear it. That shit was a 6.75 at best. But to be honest, Grace Randolph basically said that every critic that had something against Batman vs Superman was paid off by Disney. That any critics that had a different opinion on it was just all paid off. Not that she also got into. Do you remember the man's name?
Crap. Gosh. No, I don't remember his name, but I know he's really close to the beginning of this chat.
I forgot his name, but, he actually, she said that he was paid off. Then she posted pictures on Twitter with money signs and all that, just like the kind of proof thing. The bad thing is that she had to bring in that man's wife into it, and that's when that's kind of a low blow. Because okay, every thing you can make fun of the man himself, but you never go after the person's family. That's going too far.
Yeah, I'm sorry that that the Captain America movie was actually really good, and that Batman vs Superman was awful. And the guy's name was John Campy, by the way.
Yeah, it's like, and second, this man, he's I wouldn't call him paid off, because this man fucking loves Man of Steel while the rest of us hate it or just like it, and
I thought it was okay.
Thing is, she questions the man's integrity, and the only reason I want to talk about this is because, like, I'm not trying to get into YouTube drama. I really don't want to, but I feel like we should address this in a way of saying we're not. Hey, are we paid off?
Nope.
So how much money do we make? How much money do we make posting our reviews and shit?
Oh, let me see. How much is in my wallet right now? Oh, 10 cents.
Yeah. Oh man, that is fucking neat. We're so paid off. Let me look at mine. $8 that I got from my mother.
Oh, good. Oh, you are so rich, Brendan.
I can fucking fly out to like New Mexico. But no, it's just like, here's the thing, Grace Randolph, and I'm not saying this to address you personally, because I know you'll fucking usually go on a Twitter rant about this. None of us critics are paid off. And if we do get paid, it's from YouTube and it's not from Marvel DC. DC gave people packages of stuff to unbox, while Marvel's like, I don't give a fuck. If you like the movie, you like the movie. If you don't, you don't. None of the critics ever were paid off. How you can tell is because the next day after getting those packages, and when they saw the movie, they generally gave their opinion, whether they loved it, hated it, or just like they fucking couldn't stand it. Let's face it, DC, I wouldn't say I hate the movie, but I'm not going to say it's the best movie ever, or that I liked it. It was a movie where it was just a jumbled up mess and had horrible execution to it.
Yeah, and I feel like if they were going to do that storyline, they needed more than just like an hour and a half. Granted, it went by the comic books, essentially, just taking out a few things, but it was too much shoved into an hour and a half.
And before she says something, hey Marvel, we getting paid for this? No Spider-Man? No? You sure? Sure? No. He said no, Jordale.
Oh, that sucks, considering I'm one of the few people that doesn't actually think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is that much of an amazing show.
Or like that, I'm the only one that fucking doesn't think that Jessica Jones is the pinnacle of all existence. It's a good movie, it's a good show, but it's not all that.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, yes, I'm totally paid to say that, that I don't like the Daredevil suit at all.
And I'm totally paid to say here that I fucking love me. I love me some Flash, bro. Like, oh man, that money, like, ooh, and fucking PayPal, man. But, you know, she questioned the man's integrity, and that's not right. Thing is, never do that to anyone, and it's not fair that you would do that to someone who actually got drawn, man, into the conversation. Which kind of actually led to the people who do support her to kind of create this thing saying that it's an anti-DC conspiracy shit that's going on. The thing is, I was going to make a video on this, but I did not want to do this individually for one reason. A, I would have went off on someone. B, I fully agree with how John Campion made his video where he talked about it, because he was like, dude, I have nothing against you, I never did, but I was not paid off. He was like, coming from someone who has very different opinion. The thing is, all of us here on YouTube that work with comic books and decide to, hey, I would like to review this, I'd like to give my thoughts. Heck, even people who like to talk about comic books and explain the history gives their opinions on their own without being paid for it.
Yeah.
And you want to hear some funny shit though?
Yeah.
You know she was actually fired from Marvel though at one point?
I think she's got some beef with Marvel and not the good kind.
Now, what are you going to say?
I said I can essentially tell anyone my thoughts about anything and not get paid off for it. I'm like, I can tell you that a freaking door is ugly and not be paid off by the door maker.
You know what the funny thing is? Half of Jordaea's reviews are actually the most popular on the fucking channel. All of her Supergirl reviews get the most comments. And that's a funny thing. That's a DC video, and I know I'm more Marvel than I am DC. And I fucking love The Flash. I get bored of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I'm always interested with The Flash.
Exactly. I'm like, I don't even like Supergirl that much. And that's the video and I still do that video. I don't get paid for that video. Brenda does not pay me. I do this voluntarily. DC does not pay me. I do this voluntarily because I love to do it. I'm sorry that I'm giving my word on something when there's something called free choice and freaking freedom of speech.
No, you're allowed to like the movie. If you like the movie, do you, boo-boo. Do you, boo-boo. That's how we do it. Yeah. That's all I have to say, that you do you. And the bad thing is, hey, I have very different opinions on some things in DC. Because guess what? I may not like Man of Steel, but I love Batman Begins. I think Ben Affleck is probably one of the best Batman we've got. And that's one of the good things of the movie. I fucking love Wonder Woman because Wonder Woman is my childhood hero. And I know that's weird. A woman is your childhood hero. I don't give a fuck.
You shouldn't.
And it's like, you know, Superman, even though he died in the movie, or spoiler alert, but Superman, even though he barely had any lines in there, I still felt just a tiny bit of a connection. But the thing is, you didn't develop that character. And that's our one thing that was wrong with the movie.
But I mean, obviously Superman's not dead because they wouldn't kill off Superman.
That's why you saw,
like, still.
Yeah, it's like, seriously. Like, nobody has nothing against DC. In the whole comic book community on YouTube, everybody loves each of them equally, or a little bit more than love one more than the other. And the thing is, we haven't seen Civil War yet. I plan on seeing it probably like the next day it comes out, because I probably might have school when it comes out. But that's
I'm homeschooled. So I'm seeing it with my best friend at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, Jordea might get her review out faster than I can. If she does it. And we don't get paid by Marvel. Yeah, sure, I would love to be sponsored by them or something. That is like a long-term dream with this channel, is probably getting sponsored by certain things, but we're not getting paid off by them when we go see that movie. Well, know why? Otherwise, then I would have saw that movie right away. Or we probably would have been invited to the red carpet shit, but we weren't.
No.
And even the people who were, that's their general opinion. They love the movie.
Yeah, exactly. And heck, we don't even get paid by the people that watch us.
That does not...
No.
See?
we don't even get paid by you guys, which granted I'm not saying you guys should pay us, but still,
And
it's
we love
ridiculous.
you guys to death, and we don't go attacking this woman. Don't do it. But just so you guys know, and this is for her fans too, who probably not even gonna watch this. Guys, it's someone's opinion. It's not like that. If they're not messing, if it's not hurting you, then leave them alone. Whatever floats your boat and doesn't seem fair. That's how it goes.
Exactly.
I love Marvel more than, I'm gonna dismiss it. I love Marvel more than DC, but you know what? I grab I'll read about 10 comic books a week. Half of the Marvel ones are fucking amazing. Half of the DC ones are fucking amazing. Half of the Marvel ones are gonna be shit. Half of the DC ones are gonna be shit. The thing is that it verifies on our opinion.
Yeah.
And
like nothing. You know why nothing can be perfect? Is because it values on someone's opinion. Nothing. I can say that a model walking across the stage is perfect, but another person can say that she's ugly as heck. It just verifies on whose mind it's in.
And no one's getting paid off for this, please. No. And the thing is, no, it hasn't. It has happened to me. I've had multiple arguments over opinions. I remember one time it was a stupid story I was talking to a friend of, but Spider-Man is such a relatable character. This kid comes up to me like, "No, your opinion's wrong." I was like, "Are you a fucking idiot?" And I had to literally bring this shit out and had to lawyer this nigga just to get my point across. And I'm sorry if I'm using the N-word a lot. You guys know me. I'm the most hoodest comic book maker out there, but still, it's your opinion, and it should always be what. But the thing is, what really got me mad about the situation, because I looked at multiple videos discussing this situation, multiple videos. You brought a man's family into this. You brought his wife into this. Why? Like, you're dead. Could you imagine being in that situation?
Honestly, on Comics Mino, a girl called my best friend ugly when she did a face reveal, and I got her blocked from the app. The app automatically uninstalled itself from her cell phone because of me.
And
I would flip if someone did that.
It's like, okay, suppose you're married, and you and your husband or whatever, they got to see a Marvel movie, like I don't know, any type of movie. And they had a competitor the movie was very similar to it. You picked that movie over the other, and your husband picked that movie over the other. And the thing is, someone on the internet disagrees and takes the pictures of you and your husband. You're very fucking happy you got to see the movie, so you got to see the picture. She took those pictures, saved them, took them out of her day, put them on Twitter, put money signs all over the thing, like this big ass, making them dollars from fucking Dura, and fucking said, yeah, they're paid off. How would you feel?
Granted, I completely support freedom of speech, but when you attack a person's family, it becomes a whole entire new level.
And the thing is, I really don't watch her a lot, and the bad thing is, like, this is where I know her from. When she tried to get that position for the PG-13 Deadpool. Granted, you had good intentions, but was that really possible? Like, that movie would be 5 minutes.
No.
That movie would be 30 minutes.
Impossible.
That movie would be 30 damn minutes. You would have just waited. You would have wasted $15 and your kid probably only get to see, like, one scene in the whole movie.
And it wouldn't have been funny either. It wouldn't even have been a Deadpool movie. Deadpool is a rated R character. He must have a rated R movie. Even though, granted, Wolverine is a rated R character, he doesn't have to be a rated R character. But there are characters that must be rated R characters.
That's another thing I really would like to have, like, a discussion with. But, I'm pretty sure, we've set our piece, haven't we?
I think we have, before we kind of just keep repeating what we've said.
No, just like, because you gotta remember, you could tell why we're not subscribed to Beyond the Trailer.
Yeah. I know she lost a lot of subscribers from that too.
Thing is, like, a lot of people probably don't know because they haven't seen her, they probably haven't, but they don't know the situation, but, as a comic, me being in the comic book community, and like I just see all this, like in the beginning, I just keep seeing YouTube drama, and it's not even between the comic book community, which is something I'm very glad that we're not getting that YouTube drama, and I don't know if I want to discuss it at all, because there's too much YouTube drama to keep talking about that. Like, we'd be fucking here all day.
Yeah.
My brief opinion on that is probably, it's the internet. Drama has existed here, before the internet, before technology, before, like, dogs, and it's existed since time began.
Yeah.
So that's my own thoughts on drama and shit. So, yeah, that's pretty much all the news we have.
Actually, I have a little bit of news that you don't actually watch this show, but I know everyone here that does watch the show will be super ecstatic. So, they released this morning, like a few hours ago.
Doctor Who?
Huh?
Was it for Doctor Who?
Yes, they released the companion, what she looks like and her name, and the actress and everything.
I don't know why you don't do Doctor Who videos. I wouldn't mind.
Because the show won't start up till 2017. No, well, they don't really show anything anymore. They don't. There isn't really news, really. Unless we get a new actor playing for the Doctor, or like a new director, that Stephen Moffat's going to get a new director or something. There's not really any news for Doctor Who, honestly.
Okay. So, yeah, that. Well, tell your Doctor Who.
Yep. The actress that is playing the companion, her name is Pearl Mackie, and her character's name is Bill, which is, I'm curious if it's short for Billy or something, because Bill isn't necessarily a girl name, but she looks really cool, and I love her jacket. It's like comic booky and stuff. It's really cool. And I gotta admit, she kind of looks like a lesbian.
She's a little bit cute.
Yeah, I don't know. She just gives us that vibe. I don't know why.
That cute friend that turned out to touch everything. But, I guess we're going for, like, TV show news. I guess I was going to make a video about this later today, but, Steven Universe finally got a trailer and a release date for new season, which I'm so fucking hyped for, which I think it's May, I think the same date Civil War comes out, so I have a lot of things to review when that comes out. Good, you know how much I fucking love it. And it's going to be a 4-part series called Falling Apart. And the bad thing is, the trailer was so badass because it didn't even look like Steven Universe for a minute. It looked like a horror show in the beginning. Especially with, like, the music they were playing. God damn.
I never liked Steven Universe personally, so I can't really give much input.
Yeah. That was the one time that probably Sochi would need to be here. But I'm pretty sure we got everything out now for sure, right?
Yeah, I cannot think of a single thing that we're missing, honestly.
Hopefully we'll have
unless
more...
we want to...
Wait, what?
I said unless we want to touch a little bit on the Doctor Strange trailer, even though that was a while ago.
Go ahead. I saw it. Fucking loved it.
I could see it too. It was amazing. I love Benedict Cumberbatch. He was so weird with an American accent. That was strange. But...
The thing is, they could have given him any accent because Doctor Strange isn't like some. If you actually played some of the video games and looked at him like animated roles and all that, it's always varied.
Yeah.
But yeah. Before we actually go, I need to give a huge shout out to Jesus Christ, I forgot his name. He's providing the music that shall be in the podcast. I'm gonna probably leave a link to his channel, but give me 1 second, guys, because. I asked this guy, can I use his music? It's fucking amazing Kingdom Hearts remix. I don't know how this man did it. This man has had me hyped for it. Overall, probably gonna leave the channel link below. Where the fuck is it? Jesus Christ. I feel like I'm just stalling for time, so talk to today. Another day to talk about something.
About stuff that's awesome. I recently finished the very last season of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I'm very disappointed that there isn't another season.
Oh my god, I didn't know you liked Fullmetal Alchemist. We have so much in common now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I didn't know there was a 4th season. I'd seen all the other 3 seasons, and I was waiting for a 4th season, and I'm like, wait, there's a 4th season already, and I've been waiting for it forever.
See, the thing is,
and
the first Fullmetal Alchemist without Brotherhood, technically it wasn't canon, because it did, when Fullmetal Alchemist was being written, the anime, the manga was still going on. So it's like they had to make anime original stuff, and to be honest, that's why I don't like the first season of Fullmetal Alchemist. I'm sorry, you guys can come ahead. I don't care what you guys do, but I was still used to reading the manga storyline. But
and I don't read manga, so I wouldn't really know.
Okay, but now I found him. His name is Sean Z Zonin. Pretty good remixer. Go check out his stuff. I'd like to thank him for letting us use it. And last but not least, me and your day are done. So any closing statements, my dear Hoobian?
I would say that this month was quite the nerd month. I admit that it is. We had a lot of news this month in this podcast, honestly. All the drama.
All that drama, though. Not just even the drama, but like even the little snippets of news. I'm so glad we got some of this for this week. And I think it's the first podcast of April.
Yeah.
And then they got the original members only.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next Phantomzone podcast. And you guys have a fucking